Hello everyone, welcome back to Blame It on the Draw. As always guys, we appreciate the views, the comments, the likes. And today, I'm going to show you guys Nekroz. Nekroz is finally back, not at full power, but I could say that it's pretty decent. Trishula's back at 3. Sharit's back at 3, which is perfect for the deck. And I'm finally able to show you guys a good deck profile, which I personally enjoy. Let me start off with the monsters, obviously. And my bad. Let me start off with the spells. It's a little weird, but first things first, we have Impactation Inception. This one is that you can summon any ritual summon monster using materials on the field, but the material has to be Impactation monsters. Then we have ritual spells for Nekroz. One is Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope is this card can be used to ritual summon any Nekroz monster ritual. Tribute one monster from your hand or field or 7 monsters from your extra deck to the graveyard that meets the same stars as the Nekroz ritual you'll be summoning. Next up for the ritual summon for the spells is Mirror. Nekroz Mirror is that you have to banish. You have to select monsters from your hand, field, or banish a Necro monster from your graveyard to be able to summon a Nekroz ritual summon monster. That star is equal to the amount of monsters you used as material. And lastly, for the ritual summon cards for Nekroz is Cycle. Cycle works the same as the other ones, but instead of banishing or using from your extra, it would be just cards from your hand, field, then you can ritual summon a Nekroz monster. That's it for the spells for ritual summoning. Then we have Preparation of Rites, guys. Preparation of Rites is a card you need in this deck. Not only can you search for a Nekroz ritual from your deck, you can add a ritual spell card from your graveyard to your hand and just start all over your place. That's it for the spells, guys. Now for the monsters, we're gonna start off with the Impactations. First we have Candle. Then we have what Candle does is you can reveal one spell card from your hand, special summon both this card and one Impactation monster from your deck. And with that, the special summon monster would trigger its effect. This one is special summon. You can add a spell from your deck, ritual spell from your deck to your hand. Then we have Pensive Plume. And when this card is special summon, you can add a ritual spell from your graveyard to your hand. Then we have Talismandra. What Talismandra does is you can add a ritual monster from your deck to your hand. And last but not least, Bookstone. With Bookstone, when he's special summoned, utilizing one of the effects of Impactation, you can add a ritual monster from your graveyard to your hand. Very good card. Guys, these cards are not as strong as the Djing, but the Djing will never come out of the ban list. That's my personal opinion. Hopefully they will one day.
No, they won't.
I know. And then for a good card for this deck, since most of the Impactation monsters are light, we'd have Mega Monarch of Light, the Borg. Sadly guys, I don't have a third one, so this is what I have in the meantime. It's still a good card. Your opponent can activate card effects in response to activation of Nekroz spell cards. While this card's on the field, your opponent can activate effects that target your Nekroz spell cards. So that's pretty good. And what the Borg does is you use 2 light monsters to summon them, tribute them. And while he's on the field, and when he's summoned utilizing 2 light monsters, you can target 1 monster in the field and destroy it. Good card. This is the card, guys, that made this deck what it is now. Sharit. Now guys, with Sharit, all you have to do is when you activate a ritual spell card, you can utilize him as all the material necessary to summon any Nekroz monster without worrying about its summoning condition. This is excellent card. And at 3, shit. Too good. Now up for the last monster you will be using in this deck that is not a ritual monster. Mind you, have 1,000 hands. with Manji of a Thousand Hands, normal summon him. Effect, you look up a ritual monster and a ritual spell and add them to your hand. This is the card you guys would want to see in your first hand if you're going first. And now off for the ritual monsters, we have Incantation Chalice Slime. His effect is, while he's in the hand, you can show this card, you can discard another card, and then you can search for an Incantation monster from your deck to your hand. I know I'm saying it wrong. Sorry guys, I've been butchering these cards' names since I started. My friends just told me, don't worry about it. And the only drawback from this card is, if you did ritual summon him, if you use his effect and you did not ritual summon that turn, you'd lose 2,500 life points. Only bad part. And now off for the main cards of the deck. Nekroz. We have, first off, one Nekroz Gungnir. Nekroz Gungnir, what she does is, during either player's turn, you can discard this card, then target one Nekroz monster you control, and it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. The secondary effect is, during either player's turn, you can discard a Nekroz card, then target one card on the field and destroy it. That second effect can only be used while she is on the field. And next off, we have one Nekroz of Unicorn. Nekroz of Unicorn's effect is, while he's on the field, you can activate his effect, and your monsters, extra monster summoned monsters, cannot use their effects. Next off, we have Nekroz of Trishula. What Nekroz of Trishula does is, when he is special summoned, you can banish one card from the field, deck, and graveyard from your opponent. And that is not once per turn. If you summon him once, you can use the effect twice. And then its other effect is, when a card or effect is activated that targets Nekroz monster, you can quick effect, discard this card, negate that activation. Next off, we have Nekroz of Clozalis. You can discard this card from your hand, and then you can search another Nekroz monster and add it to your hand. And its other effect is, during either player's turn, you can target one monster special summon from the extra deck, and its attack becomes 0. Next off, we have 3 Nekroz of Bryanak. Nekroz of Bryanak, what he does is, when you activate his effect, you can return 2 monsters that your opponent controls that were summoned from the extra deck back to the hand. And also, you can discard this card from your hand and add one Nekroz monster from your deck to your hand. And lastly but not least, 3 Nekroz of Valkyries. What this card does is, during the battle phase, if your monster attacks a Nekroz monster, you can discard this card and you would end the battle phase. Very good card. And that's it for the main deck, guys. Now we're going to go off to the extra deck, where honestly, that's where some of the power is hidden from this deck. First off, I'm going to show you guys Nephthys the Sacred Flame. This Link monster is perfect for ritual decks. What this card does is, for each ritual summoned monster used as material, summon this card, he gains an additional effect. Great card. Then we have 3 Elder Entity Nets. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Her effect is that when she's sent to the graveyard, which is the main effect you'll be using, you'll barely summon her, that when she's sent to the graveyard, you can destroy a monster your opponent controls. Then we have 1 Tatsunoko. And then we have 3 Herald of the Arc Light. And his effect is that when he's sent to the graveyard, guys, you can draw a card. Then we have Coral Dragon. We have 2 Bryanak the Ice Barrier. We have 1 Black Rose. 1 Psyframe Lord Omega. And then we have, lastly, 2 Trishula. And guys, now that Trishula is back at 3, it's too good. I don't recommend using more than 2, because you need other cards in your extra. But 2, I'd say, is the perfect consistency. And guys, that's it for Nekroz. Nekroz is now one of the most powerful decks I can say that's out there, thanks to the ban list removing some of the cards that were previously banned. Guys, I appreciate the views. We appreciate the likes, comment, suggestions. We're open to suggestions for any decks. If we want to edit Nekroz or any other deck, hit us up. Hit that like button. Make that like button your bitch. And this is it for Preliminary Draw. See you guys in the next one. Deuces.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out.